What up with your YouTube and YouTube busters? Your boy TripleCup Chuck and I'm up. And I want to talk about why Crackdown sucks. But before I get into that Crackdown, I want to say, you know what I'm saying, I know everybody been playing that Destiny 2 beta. So, like, on my friends list, like 90% of my friends, that's what they've been on. But I know that a lot of people be on Battlefield, and it has overlooked the fact that Battlefield has actually added another night map. I mean, it's pretty cool. I played it for a little while. I ain't really just dive into it like I want to, but I'm getting more into it. I'm not too big on Destiny. I got a cousin, he loved Destiny. And for all my Destiny fans out there, you know what I'm saying, they say they like it and it's pretty cool. So, you know what I'm saying, that's what's up. And you know what I'm saying, I want to get back into what I want to talk about, like this Crackdown. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave that to the very last thing. I want to talk about a couple other things. I just, you know, saying, cram a whole bunch of little information that I've been hearing. Like for example, everybody that's, you know, saying, been following me on Twitter, you know, saying, checking out my YouTube channel, you know, that they know that I'm a big Tall Tales fan, especially with The Walking Dead. You know, Clementine, that's my girl. They announced they're gonna come out with the final season of The Walking Dead. Now I'm kind of skeptical about this here because if they saying final season, that must mean they're gonna kill Clementine. And if they kill Clementine, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, they need this one game need to be left on a high note. Let Clementine live. She go off into the sunset and do whatever she do. And if they want to pick it up later on, they could do that. But that's what my feelings about that. And then they announced they got the Batman season 2. I played the first Batman. It pretty much shocked me because I didn't expect it to be as good as it actually was. Because I played the Dark Knight and I like the story behind them. But the Tall Tales, you know, they always get a little different twist to it. So it was pretty cool. I liked it, you know. It's, you know, button pressure, but it's like, for me, the Telltale games is like reading comics. You got to take your mind frame out of just playing games and put your mind frame in the fact of, okay, I'm going to sit down and read a comic and being able to interact with a comic book. So just taking it more of a aspect of that. So people that say, oh, I don't like the Telltale games because they boring. All you do is sit there and push a button. Like, no, it's like you're making choices and you're creating your own comic book. So taking more of that aspect is like just something different. But back to the main subject I want to talk about, it, you know what I'm saying, I pretty much announced and then put on the title why Crackdown sucked. And it's simple. First and foremost, people be hating on Crackdown because of the shell shading, and they're coming out with the Xbox One X and they're supposed to show the power of it. Now the whole thing about it is the power don't have nothing to do with just the graphics. They want to show like the 100% destructible environment, how much chaos going on. Like I mean, just think about it, the implementations they could use for like Battlefield, the next one, or the Call of Duties, and all these other different, and even Destiny. Just the graphics of the scale of the game they could use to implement. And you know what I'm saying, this is like some breaking ground technology that they're coming out with. So I don't need people to be worried about is the game, the way the graphics looks on the game. Just take it as the gameplay and how fun it is and how smooth it runs. And what I was saying about Crackdown suck is because they has not released enough information about this game, even though they've been talking about it for the last 2 years, 3 years, but they haven't showed enough about this game. And it sucks the fact of people are curious, kind of interested in this game, wondering about this game, but they don't know enough about this game. If you wasn't at E3, you still be left with a big question mark on top of your head, wondering what Crackdown is really about. And me personally, I just want to see the instructable environment 100%. The story mode, I don't think they really had to do is just pretty much say the story is based on a cop trying to take over such and such, such and such. That's all. You know what I'm saying? People understand the story mode is when you get invested in the game and play it on the night. You just want to sit back, kill the time and hop on a single player. But the game full focus is on the multiplayer. They need to be fully focused on the multiplayer. Now when Comic come this week and then they show games come, they need to really go hard on this Crackdown. Excuse me. But they really need to go hard on the Crackdown because this is like the make it or break it for this game. If this game here don't sell, I mean, I don't think they're going to make another Crackdown ever. For my people that's Crackdown fans, y'all got to really go out there and support it. But if it's a bad game, it's a bad game. But if it's a good game, you need to support it, tell your friends and say, hey, look, Crackdown is pretty cool. You know, it's in 100% undestructible environment. You get into a party, y'all just break down the wall and sneak somebody from the back and do all, you know what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of different things. that you could be doing on this game, but they need to show this here and say, and just show some, just a bunch of chaos going on at one time. And while you got the chaos, the person jumping off this building, landing on this other building, somebody blowing up a building, and it hit this other building where half of the building come down, not the whole building, but some of the building. And they'll show a person, he on one floor, he blow a grenade on the ground, need to blow the floor out, and he jump from like the 8th floor to the 7th floor on top of somebody, like something like Batman to do or something. They need to add that to this game. Well, not add it to this game. They need to showcase these type of aspects of the game. They need to show, well, a person might be hiding behind something. You could blow that up. Then once you go there to get them, he'd have blew through a wall and he'd have came around the back and shot you. You know, just y'all need to show like just those type of things where people like, okay, that's tight. Or they could show like, well, a whole bunch of people just going into one big wall frame and you just seeing all this chaos, the building coming down. You got a bridge falling. You have all this just getting destroyed, cars getting blew up, and the person just running through all this chaos and mayhem. That's what Crackdown needs to show. And if they don't show that, I feel for Crackdown, because nobody gonna want to purchase this game unless they show the technical part of how much stuff that could happen. That's all people need to know, and that's all people want to see. And I'm here to say that first. And you know what I'm saying, that for all my gamers that's out there that's listening to this right now, let me know how y'all feel about Crackdown. Do y'all think it sucks that they not really showcasing the game like they supposed to? At E3, they kind of just showed the single player experience, which I didn't even know that was a single player experience. That looked like some Sonic and Knuckles running and grabbing coins, not coins, the rings. You know, Sonic grab rings, there's Mario grab coins. But anyway, though, that's what my thoughts was about this Crackdown situation, and I hope it does well, and I hope it does good for the brand, so we can keep some more games coming. Because you know, I don't want to see no game fail. Even though I'm a big Battlefield player, I would never want to see Call of Duty disappear. Well, this your boy TripleCup Chuck, and I'm out. And remember, I don't do this for me, I do this for we. So like, subscribe, and holler at your boy. And don't forget to choke that like button till you turn blue. Well, you know, I'm out.